This video was made possible with the help of Game Toppers. Upgrade your gaming experience with a Game Topper.
Hello chaps and chapettes! Are you looking for a game with an original idea and theme which can be played with your family or played with your friends? Well, look no further. This is Poule Poule, which is a French game. Poule Poule is like the sound that French chickens make. They go poule, 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 poule. Or, no, they do cluck, cluck. I don't know what they do, but they make a different sound for some strange reason. And this is a small card game with an original theme. One player is going to be the director and have this deck of cards, which is a film that they've made. But in this film of chickens or poule poules, they only want to have 5 uncovered eggs seen throughout their film. So they're going to be showing their film to the other players who are going to be the film editors. And they're going to be revealing these cards one at a time. And one of the editors will jump in at some stage and say, "Cut!" because they have seen 5 uncovered eggs. Now this probably sounds really bizarre. So the best way and the easiest way for me to show you how this game works is to actually show you the game in play. So I'm gonna ask to cue the music and let's go and sit in the editor's suite. Now a player shouts "cut" because they believe that in this pile there are 5 uncovered eggs. Now any player at this time can challenge them and say, "No, there's not 5 there, there's some other number." So what we do then is we then remove this deck from play and we take the film that's played so far and we tell the story of Poule Poule. Now if nobody challenged, the player that shouted "cut" automatically just wins a point, which they collect in the form of some kind of eggshell. Ooh. But if there was a challenge made, what will happen is the director will then have to do a slow motion action replay, which looks like this. So the first card that was revealed was a fox. A fox will chase away a chicken, but there are no chickens here, so he goes on his own business. The next we have a chicken. A chicken will cover an egg, but there are no eggs available, so the chicken goes away. Next up we had another fox, so it goes away because there's no chickens. Then we have 1 egg, so our count is now 1. 1 egg! Sesame Street. Then we have a chicken. A chicken comes along and sees the egg and they sit on top of that egg, so there are actually no uncovered eggs. Let's move on to the next one. There's a fox. The fox chases away the chicken, which means that there is 1. We're back to Count Dracula. A fox then comes along. There's no chickens, so the egg still stays there. There's a chicken, covers the egg. You can see how this works. So there's another egg, and there's another egg. And then we have a fox which chases that chicken away. We have another chicken which sits on that egg. We have another egg. And then we have another chicken which sits on that egg there. And then we have another egg. So we've got 3 eggs. We've not got 5 yet. There's a fox that chases away that chicken. We've got 4. So we're close. But where did this editor shell cut? Reveal the next one. It's another fox. There are 5 eggs there, but nobody called cut there. We have a chicken, back down to 4. We have another chicken, back down to 3. We have an egg, 4. So the player that counted, well, shouted cut and counted wrong and didn't cut a bit earlier, as you saw when there were 5 eggs uncovered, actually got it wrong, so they don't win a point. And there are some variants on how to win points to make this harder for adults or easier for children. So you could win a point if you are the challenger and you got it correct, or you could lose a point if you got it wrong and you were the wrong challenger. And that is basically the game. After that, basically you pass the deck on to the next player, who then becomes the new director, while you get a chance to win some points as an editor. And that's the game. You keep going until one player has 3 points, which is basically these 3 halves or parts. You can't have 3 halves, but 3 parts of an eggshell. And that's the game. It's very simple. It's very quick playing. It's very kid friendly, but it also can be very adult friendly at the same time. Because you're probably saying to yourself, this isn't a game for me. This is a kid's game. But if you do like memory, logical, mathematical puzzles with a bit of speed, this is great. You could just get this game out at your cocktail party or at the pub and play it, because there are some extra characters which come with the game, 7 of them, and there's also some blank cards so you can create your own characters and rules. But let's just go through some of the extra characters and what they do and the carnage they can spray on your mind. There is, number 1, the dog. The dog will hang about until the next fox is revealed, and if the fox is revealed, it will chase that fox away, and obviously the dog will be gone as well. There is the fox in disguise of a chicken. If there is a dog around, he will sneak past the dog and chase a chicken away. There is a duck, which just does nothing. It's just there to kind of steal the limelight. And then there's the worm. Again, this guy will hang around until the next chicken comes along, and when the chicken comes along, it will chase after the worm. There are ostrich eggs that count as 2 chicken eggs, but chickens can't sit on them. There is the farmer, who will come along and collect all of the uncovered eggs, which means that you reset your count to 0. And finally, there is the cockerel, who will end the game immediately, and the first player to slap onto the deck and shout cut and give a number of how many eggs are there will win the point if 1, they are correct, or if 2, nobody challenges them. And that is the game. For me, it's fun. I like that kind of challenge in a game. I like to try and prove that I am the most calculatory and quickest at counting and adding up and additioning the eggs, and then just seeing this thing unfold. This is a fun 10-minute game, and it can be even shorter depending on the group that you play it with. Sometimes your group might have that opinion of this game is not for me, and they can bring the ambience of the game down and it not be so fun. But when you play with the right group of people, this is fun. Again, your group of people will have to be about 4. The game does say for 2 players, but it's not fun at 2 or 3. 4 or more is better. I've never played an 8-player game because it does go up to the 8 players, but 8 players around a table would have to be a small table. It is not something that's going to happen a lot. It's, as I said, it's rapid, it's fun for families, and it's fun for adults as well. Kids can be a problem. Again, there's a balancing issue because there are players that are good at these kind of things and players that are bad at these kind of things, and you're going to get mixed reactions. There might be the good players who are great and win every time that think this game is boring and dull and then not play, or they enjoy the winning and they carry on playing, and vice versa. again, you'll get kids that will lose all the time, but they want to come back for the challenge, and then you get kids that lose all the time and lose interest and move on. So this is a kind of like a game which sits in the middle of the road. This is not for everybody, but at the same time, there is an audience with it, with its unique theme and its wonderful art. Let's get on to the technical review. The technical review is, it's a nice sturdy small box with a nice insert for the cards, but no insert or baggie for the punch out egg chips. The cards are of pretty good quality. I like the fact that all the backs are different colors. I like the color palette. The palette is very strong, and the art is a unique and really nice, cute kind of art, and which makes the game easy to differentiate the different characters and their rules in the game. Talking of the rules not so good. They seem to be written in a kind of shorthand, but there's no key to the shorthand, so reading the rules don't make any sense, even though the rules are written kind of thematically, and probably a bit much like my intro. So score-wise, you're looking at, well, basically the rules take this down to a 9 out of 10. But what about personally? What is my BGG score? My BGG score for this game is a 7 out of 10, which is a good game, which I like playing occasionally. It's not something which is going to, as I said, I've had a lot of trouble with some groups which don't like it, and there's some groups that do like it. It's kind of a 50-50 split. But it is a fun game. It's something that I like doing, a kind of challenge, a mental, cranial, mathematical counting, and being the first one to down. And there's quite a few games like this. There's some fruit ones as well. I remember playing a while ago. But I like this one. Mainly because I just like the chaos that it causes with the extra characters. I like playing with everything in. Obviously, I'll play the first game. It'd be just the 10 foxes, the 10 chickens, and the 15 eggs. But then I'll just go, let's throw everything in. And the second game is a laugh as people make mistakes and counts go wrong, and then points get stolen because you can, you know, change the variance on how you score points. You know, you score a point for being correct, you can lose a point for being not correct, or pass a point to someone. You can even play it, it's best with kids playing it as, you know, you're the director all the time as the parent, and then the kids fight amongst themselves over the points and being correct at guessing. So there you go. That is Poule Poule, which has a combined score with my technical and my BGG, a combined score of 8 out of 10. Maybe this is something for you. And maybe if you're playing, you might want to stream or download the soundtrack which comes with this game. Yes, I actually was commissioned to create music for this very quick playing game, which you can find on Spotify and Deezer and many other streaming places. So yeah, just to add a bit of lightheartedness to the game. So thanks for watching. I hope this video has pointed you in the direction whether this is a game for you or not. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think. And remember that you can always go to boardgameseverybodyshould.com and check out all the board game reviews we do there, not only in English but also in French. We also have the Birkin Badger Board Game Babble podcast, which is streamed there, and we also have all the board game music that I'm doing, plus a Kickstarter page for Kickstarters that we receive and we want to highlight. So all it remains for me to do is say ciao for now. Remember to please play nicely with each other, and buck, 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 buck. Buck, buck, buck. Rogers. Pesky tune is going to be stuck in my head all day now.